What's going on, people? Today's video has to deal with episode 3 of Blue Therapy. I really think that this is fake. I think they just paid some people. Maybe they're couples, they have some issues, but just to kind of glorify it or something. When you watch it, you're just like, nah, this can't be it. This can't be real. In any case, let's get this started.
I've got 3 sisters. My mother and father, obviously, I live with them. I've been brought up by very, very strong women, so dealing with Deborah is not a problem at all. I believe she's actually a strong woman. That's part of the reason why I got with her. Obviously, I'm Ghanaian as well. I'm really traditional, but there is some modifications because obviously I was born and brought up in London, so.
Has Deborah met your family? Jamel?
Not yet.
Why is that, Jamel?
Why, when he said not yet, the camera crew zoomed up on her like that? Yo, I don't know, man. This just seems fake, bruh. Like, it just seems fake.
We've had this discussion before. So I feel with Deborah, because she's just very loud, I should say. There's times where
Loud.
yeah, loud. I feel like there's moments of times where you kind of have to balance the two. You need to know your place in terms of being loud and then being quiet. And I feel like at this current moment of time, I don't think she'll, not exactly clash per se with my parents or my family, but I feel like there's things that she kind of has to show.
But what are you worried about?
I just want to make sure that she gets it right. I feel like my family mean a lot to me.
And mine don't, because you've met my family. Jamel has met my family. He met my family, I'll say like the first 3 months in.
Why is it that this lady just made it about herself? Man's talking about his family, and she's just quick, my family, me, me, me.
He seems to be really particular about his family. Like, we all have family.
Yeah, I get that.
You've met my family, and if you're trying to take me seriously, then I'm not really understanding
Babe, let me reassure you something.
why.
Yeah? Understand this. This is my 4th relationship. I don't want it to go even further. So I want to make sure that when you come and see my family, it's prim and proper.
I kind of get that. If this is actually legit, and I'm thinking I'm going to preface this entire video, it's his 4th relationship. He's not just going to bring anybody around to your family. This is her 1st relationship. If I'm going to entertain that this is all legit, I don't see a problem with why he's not having her meet his family.
It makes me feel like he's, again, not serious and trying to keep me away from his family. Like, everyone's family is important to them, and that's why, because I knew that, you know, Jamel's the guy for me, I made sure that he met my parents 3 months in. But for me, for us to be together a year, like coming up to a year and a month now, for me to have not met his family, I think that's quite ridiculous. And on top of that, for him to say that because I'm loud, that's got nothing to do with it. You haven't even tried or seen me in that setting to prejudge and now say that because I'm loud, I can't meet your family.
If I was dating this person, I would not want to bring her around my family. Like, I just wouldn't. I get why he would not just bring a girl around to his family. Some people don't meet the parents when you're in. I don't really see a big problem with that. Maybe that's just me. I don't even think I met my wife's family until I think almost 2 years, year and a half, 2 years into relationship. Yeah, so I don't really see a big problem with this, to be honest.
I know how to be respectful with parents. Do I scream and shout in front of my parents disrespectfully?
But that's your parents.
Okay, I don't want you to ask that question because I'm going to get annoyed.
Wait, what do you mean? I love how she backpedals on that too, like unreal.
Jamel, have your parents questioned whether you have a girlfriend, or have they asked any questions?
A couple questions here and there, but I kind of,
And what have you said?
I've not played it down. I said I'm seeing someone.
Okay.
Yeah, so they know somebody's there, but like,
So now we're seeing each other now.
gosh,
Oh, wow. That's interesting to hear.
Is there another reason as to why you might not want to be introducing Deborah to your family?
I just want to make sure I'm getting it right, if I'm going to be honest. Like I said, this is my 4th relationship and I'm hoping for it to be my last. Like, I do see a great future between myself and Deborah. Like, it's not and it's not a me and you, it's more like a we thing.
That can be tricky because you told your family that you're seeing someone, but you didn't say you full out had a girlfriend that you eventually want to take around. On the flip side, I guess he's trying to just say he's seeing someone and not saying full out girlfriend because then the family would want to see her sooner rather than later. So he's pushing it off. Again, is this real?
I don't feel like it's right for you to have met my family and for me to not have met yours. Like,
But we're
for
doing
me.
comparison.
And that actually makes me feel quite insecure. It makes me feel quite down.
Culturally, are you the same background, family values, etc.?
I mean, we're both African. I'm Nigerian.
And I'm Ghanaian.
But I don't think that should be a problem. Like, it doesn't make a difference.
You may not feel like that,
Regardless.
but let me be honest with you, yeah? With my parents, like, they're the type of parents that they would expect me to be with another Ghanaian girl. However, their choices is not my choices.
Yeah, and that's more reason why I should meet them earlier so that they're prepared to meet a Nigerian babe.
And I get that, but still, that's still down to me, right? So I can't just leave that into my hands.
So when am I going to meet them then?
Which family member do you want to meet first?
Okay, that's childish. It's not that deep. It's just meet your family.
When the man mentioned which of my family members you want to meet, you should have said, I want to meet your sister, I want to meet your brother, your cousin, your mom, your dad, whomever. But you can't go back and say, no, that's childish. I just want to meet your family. No, then stand your ground and say who.
One of the recent issues that we had is Clubhouse again. He actually blocked me on Clubhouse. I made that app quite late. And he decided to block me. He has this program that he does, I think Moderation TV. And what they do is they kind of do like a take me out sort of vibe. I don't know if you know the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's always on stage and girls or guys have the opportunity to say whether they, shoot their shot basically at a guy that they kind of fancy. Now, Jamel is on stage because that's his show. But what I realized is that in listening to the show, because he doesn't know that I actually knew that he blocked me because I was with my friend. It's quite a tricky situation. But anyways, I heard the conversation and I heard that fellow members of his team who had girlfriends, if a girl wanted to speak to them, they'll say, okay, he's out of bounds. So the conversation shut down. But Jamel, on the other hand, he doesn't do that. And so girls will be speaking to him. I know you're gonna say it's Clubhouse and I don't care. Girls are still speaking to you and you're entertaining it. I don't like that. And that's something that does make me feel insecure.
You blocked your girl on Clubhouse? I could see it might not be a good look, but okay. I want to see what he has to say.
Why are you so fixated on Clubhouse?
Yeah, because you love the app so much.
Denise, okay, with Moderation TV, there's someone called Jamal, and obviously I'm Jamel. So I feel like she's just muddling up the two names, that's for starters.
No,
And
I'm
hold on,
not. I know your voice.
Babe, please. And me blocking her is just, because she just wants to be so in my social media activity, I feel like I just need the time and space.
No, blocking me is dodgy. Blocking me is dodgy behaviour. That's dodgy behaviour.
Don't you feel like you're just projecting your insecurities?
No, that's dodgy behaviour. Don't block me on social media. That's strange. Another example then, seen as, we were out on a day and Jamel decided to go toilet, but he decided to stop and speak to a young lady whom till this day I don't actually know who she is. And when he came back to the table, I actually asked him, like, okay, what was that conversation about? And he kind of just like brushed it off like it was nothing. But the guy, you were actually gone for 10 minutes, leaving me there. You were speaking to a female. Like, how do you think that makes me feel?
How did you know it was a female?
I could see.
Oh, God.
I could see. Once he tried to duck and dive behind the waiter, I
Duck and dive?
actually saw.
First of all, I'm not shady, and I told her when I came back.
You do shady things. I didn't say you're shady. I said you do shady things.
Okay, cool. It was an old client, and we were just catching up. It wasn't 10 minutes. It was, pretty much 3 minutes. We spoke about her weightless journey and how she's keeping.
Okay, so why
up
is it that you can tell Denise, but you can't tell me when I asked you at the restaurant?
Because we're at a date. Like, let's focus on us.
No, when I ask you a question, I'd like for you to answer, please.
Yeah, but I didn't want to spoil the mood. I wanted to focus on us.
Okay, but that spoiled the mood because you didn't answer. You didn't answer when I asked you what you guys were talking about.
Any way he spun that would have been a negative for him. It was a catch-22, so it was going to go down south whichever way it went.
This is the first time she's actually spoke on her insecurities and given examples, I should say, on how it makes her feel. Like we spoke about it, but I just thought it's nothing too deep, just brushed it over.
It's nothing too deep. If I'm expressing, and this is where I feel like your anger gets the best of you, because when we discuss such a conversation, it's like he doesn't want to hear it. I think
I
it
don't
definitely...
hear it.
No, you don't want to hear it.
Other than him going off at that restaurant with the phone,
Yeah.
otherwise he's very happy for you to see what's going on his phone, is
Oh my goodness, definitely not. Definitely not. At the mill, the same day that we were out, Jamel will have his phone on the table down, like literally can't see his notification.
Wait, and do you know why?
Why?
Because you complain about work.
Oh, now you want to twist it, yeah?
No, it's
now
not
you want
about
to twist it.
Oh,
Interesting. Now he's twisted it.
So Denise, obviously she complains about work so much. I thought, let me just turn my phone over so she doesn't see no notifications
That's
on the phone.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Because you still pull it out, you still open the Clubhouse, you still respond to messages, and then you...
What, when I'm on a date with you?
Yes.
So what, are you trying to tell me that I prioritise clubbers over you?
Regardless of the fact I can't see the contents of your phone, I can count on one hand how many times I've touched your phone in 365 days that we've been together.
These two need to break up. I don't even know how you can have a future together. I don't see a future here.
Regardless of the fact, you do shady things. On top of that, Denise, even his clientele for fitness, I can't do it. Like, it's just too many females. And he has to go to their houses as well. Like, that for me is very uncomfortable. It's just too many females.
So
I
wait,
feel like
what
he needs
exactly do you want? Because it seems like do you want me or do you want the money that I'm making to buy you gifts? So if I'm not working, I'm not buying you gifts. I've got new clients that are women, cool, that is my market. If that's such a problem, get me clients then.
Completely agree with him there. He's trying to make money. Seriously, what else do you want him to do? Like, come on.
How about that?
I just feel like there needs to be a balance.
A balance.
Have a mixture
That's what I
of
said.
male and female clients. The female attention, let's just bring it down a bit because you love it. You love it. You love it. You love it. Let's just...
How easy is it to get clients? I mean, presumably you advertise and then the clients come to you.
That's correct. So as I advertise, market, majority of my clients come through word of mouth or social media. So they are the ones contacting me. So I'm not really in control of my client coming in. So that's what I'm saying. If Deborah has such a big issue about my ratio of male to females, help me out then.
What is the problem here? What? Does this make any sense? If you advertise on social media, you're pretty much gonna take whatever clients come to you. You're not gonna say, oh, I can't work with you because my girl is telling me that, you know, I need more guys for my clients, so, you know, like, we can't do this. You're gonna say no to money? If you have such a big problem about it, yeah, help him out. Bring in some male clients then. The girls are going to him. He's not gonna say no to potential clients and make more money. Like, come on.
I'm actually getting quite annoyed. I feel like it's quite insensitive of you to kind of not understand where I'm coming from. We spoke about this. You know about the previous situationships, let's call it, seeing as I ain't been in a relationship that I've been in. And you know, like, I'm naturally like a giving person. Like, I like looking after, like, you know, the guy that I'm with. Okay. But I feel like with those previous relationships, they kind of, they took advantage of that. And so for that reason, when he stops doing all these things for me, I kind of feel like we're going back into that cycle. And so I find it quite insensitive because you know that and you know how that made me feel.
Is there anything else he could do? He's spoken about these very expensive presents, but is there anything else he could do to show you, to make you feel more comfortable?
I just feel... I just think more straightforward answers. You know, if I ask you a question, just, you know, it's not, you have to be shaky about it. Like, just tell me where you're going. Just tell me what you're doing. Like, I don't know, like, am I doing something? Like, you don't want to, like, I don't know why. The phone situation for me is just a strange one, but...
She has no clue. She kind of just gave one thing to more so be straightforward and then just kind of danced around everything else.
Deborah's never had a boyfriend before, and I feel like that is taking almost a toll within our relationship. All these expectations and expecting me to do particular things. Like, where is she actually getting these ideas from? What? Loving hip hop? Like, watching things on TV? Like, Deborah has this unrealistic view on relationships. Like, I just don't understand, like, who's in her ears? Her family, social media. Like, she's never actually experienced one. This is her first chance to actually experience one. Like, I'm tired of her just having this superficial opinion on what relationships are when she's never really been in one.
Is there a reason that you have never had a boyfriend before?
I don't know. I don't know the reason, but I have siblings. All my sisters, they all have boyfriends. So there's an expectation and there's a standard of guy that I'm going for. And I've expressed that to Jamel.
Sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Just say it, sugar daddy.
I feel like experiencing something compared to just seeing around you is two different things. I've explained to her this before, like what it takes to be
I'm
in
in a relationship. We've been together for a year.
You know what I mean?
Okay, Jamel, I find it quite insensitive. Jamel knows a lot about my past and my past situationships, let's call it, seeing as I haven't been in a relationship.
Tell me about that.
So at a point in time, I lived with my auntie and my uncle, and I saw their relationship, and I did not like what I saw. I saw that my auntie would do everything for her husband, from the finances, from washing his clothes, the housework, and for me, I kind of vowed to myself, like, that's not a relationship. I don't want to ever be the woman doing that in a relationship.
That, I guess, works for them. You didn't say that they were arguing. You didn't say that they were miserable. They're happy with that dynamic. You might not agree with it. Okay, maybe you might not agree with it, but it works for them. It's not what you want. Okay, sure, but it works for them if they're not miserable. They're happy with what they're doing.
For that reason, I'm very particular about how I want my guy to be. And actually, to answer your question, I think that's why my previous situationships, let's call it, hasn't worked. I was manipulated by this guy. I feel like he took advantage of me. There's a lot of things that he did and I found myself doing, which is what I said I did not want to do. So one of the reasons why I did get with Jamel is because he didn't show me that. At the start of the relationship, he was being that male figure. He was looking after me. He was buying me the gifts. So it's like now, when he's kind of like backtracking, it's very uncomfortable for me. And like I said, insensitive, because you know how I felt at that time. And you kind of met me after I came out of that situation with that guy.
This lady just wants a sugar daddy. Just buy her stuff, take her on trips, just spend money, give her all the attention with her situationship. What is situationship? Is that even a word? Situationship is a word, okay? It's a romantic relationship that is undefined or uncommitted, and it may be based on convenience or short-term circumstances. She just wants somebody who will just take care of her and spend money on. So she won't do anything. When he asked in the previous video, what do you bring to the table? She got offended and she said, oh, once you do these things, we'll reevaluate and see what I can bring to the table. Nah, bruh. Get out of here. At this point, I think they already broke up because I don't see her on his social media. But then again, like, I'm just thinking this is all fake because they just want to make someone that's just like insufferable and just put her on there just for views and to get people interested in it. Hey, it worked. What do you think? Thanks for watching. If you haven't done so already, hit a like and subscribe to the channel for more. Until next time.